Tubbo, I want to talk about the stands real quick.
The stands?
The stands. Just stan cultures in general. My question to you is, everybody knows about the stands, right, chat? Everybody's manga Wing. Yeah. My question is to you, Tubbo, is what do you love about them? Because I'm sure there's many things to love about them.
What do I love about them? Well,
what do you think? How about, let's start with this. What do you think about them in general?
In general, well, they're overwhelmingly positive towards me if they're stans of me, but then you see stans of other communities which are overwhelmingly negative. Like, stans as a word has quite a pre-vision of what the person is like when you think of what a stan is. But stans, as the people themselves, they are just that core audience of a thing that they absolutely love, if you know what I mean. So I'm sure there's like stans of the Austin show in the sense that people absolutely love the Austin show and can't wait to watch the Austin show when they're next live, you know?
There's two. There's literally two. Cole and Maddie, and they're in here right now. I guarantee you there's two of them. Their names are Cole and Maddie. They're the only fans that I mean, look, look, at me on Twitter, at Mr. Austin Show on my alt account, and let me know if you're a stan of me. Okay, because as far as I'm aware, we have Cole and Maddie, and those are the only two stans that I have. So what you're saying is, Tubbo, is you can't generalize stans as being just all one thing. It depends on the community.
There are like I said, every community has its bad apples. Stans has quite a negative rap. The word stan is like, it's used more to describe the crappier part of the community more than the app, because stans aren't just negative, okay? Stans are that, how do I best describe it? It's that core audience which is going to support you and watch you basically no matter what, unless it turns out you're a terrible person.
Yeah, right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like it is that amazing core audience which is overwhelmingly supportive and want to show their support. And and the reason where the negativity comes is because like people can I don't understand. It's difficult because I feel like I don't want to say the one thing and give the wrong impression, if you know what I mean.
No, I got you. No, like, it's okay. It's fine. You can think about what you're going to say.
Before stans, people who would be considered stans now still existed, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But now, because there's all of this spotlight on this group of people who are obsessed with these little things, it makes negatives like they are also the loud like minority. Like, so they are less of the entire audience, but they are the loudest as well.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because I like to attribute that to the fact that they care the most.
I get what you mean. Basically, you can't generalize all the stans under one category. Yeah. And the negativity that we hear about the stans are a vocal minority that you'd say that doesn't, it's not fair to associate them with everybody.
Yeah, and when you think of stans, like Twitter comes to mind as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
does.
And
the reason why you see negativity is because Twitter's platform is entirely designed off promoting interaction, and your people are way more likely to interact with something that's like a negative thing, aren't they? Like outrage spurs so much more of a reaction than a happy dog photo, which is why Twitter is so negative, because Twitter just wants to keep you on the website for as long as possible, have you on there for as long as possible, have you interact with the most stuff, and make them the most money. And that's going to happen if they promote more of these tweets into your community, which is going to outrage your community and then have this spiral knock-on effect of outrage, because they get more time on their platform and more interaction.
It's an echo chamber, truly. No matter where you exist, it's an echo chamber for whatever philosophies and things that you... the algorithm is... and I think it's important for people to understand this, that the algorithm is designed to lock people into these echo chambers and allow them to perpetuate the ideas that they think are much more widely, accepted or agreed upon than maybe within reality. They may just be stuck within this. So it makes it seem a lot larger than it is. Look, there are good things, right? There are good things that are widely, not all things that are trending are bad, right? I don't want to say that, but there are certain things that are bad that perhaps are exacerbated by the
Well, it's not even the trending tab. The trending tab is not really it. It's like people who pick arguments and get that reaction they want, then like makes these two sides. I watched this really clever video that I was shown by someone. I can't remember who. It was by this YouTube channel called Grays, and it was explaining Twitter about how if there's two people with opposing views and they're arguing, then they're going to have the people who come to defend them and the people to come attack us. And it's normally very 50-50. But then the people who are defending and attacking, instead of going for each other, which is how arguments tend to fizzle out, when like everyone's exhausted and can't give a shit anymore, they then go to like attack people who are defending the same thing, which sparks arguments inside these two halves. And then it's a domino effect. It's exponential. It keeps going and going. So then like it splits into 4 and then into 8, then 16, like different arguments of people just kicking the shit out of each other online.
It absolutely, it is absolutely, you couldn't have described it better.
I'm pretty sure there's a mathematical theory about it, actually, if I remember correctly. I can't remember, I can't remember it, but I remember there's this very clever documentation, which is this mathematical theory about arguments. And, oh, God, my maths teacher showed it to me when I was in, like, God, you've just spurred on, like, some flashback from, like, year 10. Like, oh, my God. It was because we had a very loud, unruly maths class, and he was like, stop. You're arguing with me. Here's this math theory about arguments. And it stuck with me. Oh,